feed water and steam cycle. So feed water is converted into steam in the boiler furnace. Now the steam comes out from this boiler, it is waste steam. That means the moisture or water particles are still present in this steam. So with the help of the superheater, the wet steam is converted into dry steam, or you can also say that steam is superheated. That means whatever moisture presence in the steam, it is removed in this superheater and we will get dry steam. And in superheater, the steam, wet steam is converted into dry steam by the heat of the flue gases. So flue gases is passing through this superheater, which gives heat energy to this wet steam, and this wet steam is converted into dry steam. Now this dry steam is passed through the steam turbine, which rotates the turbines, where the heat energy is converted into mechanical energy. So after doing steam, after doing its work, it comes out from the turbine. Here you can see in the turbine is not let into atmosphere, but it is discharged into condenser. So the pressure of steam in the condenser is less than the pressure of atmosphere. Now brass tubes are present in this condenser. The cooling water is circulated in this pipe. So the steam passed around these tubes. So the steam is condenser. That means it is converted into water. Now this water is taken out from the condenser by condensate extracted pump, and this is passed to the boiler feed pump. Now in addition to the water from condenser, the water is required to produce sufficient amount of steam is obtained from the well or the river. That means we have required some additional water to produce sufficient amount of steam, and this water is known as a makeup water. Now this water is passing through this water treatment plant. So with the help of this pump, we are taking water from the river and it is passing through this water treatment plant, where the dissolved and undissolved impurities are present in the makeup water. It is removed. If the impurities are not removed from this water which is taken from the river, the calcium presence in the water is deposited inside the boiler tubes. So as a result, uneven expansion of the boiler tube, there is a possibility of rupture of the boiler tubes. So the makeup water and condensate water, makeup water and the condensate is passing through this low pressure heater by the boiler feed pump. Now feed water is heated by the steam which is taken from the low pressure stage of the turbine. Now the process of steam taken out from this turbine is called bleeding of turbine. Then this water is passing through the derating heaters. So here the whatever dissolved oxygen is present in this water, it is removed. That means the oxygen which is present in the waters, it is removed in this derating. Afterward, this water is passing through this HP heater stage. So here the steam is taken out from the high pressure stage of the turbine. Now the steam taken out from this high pressure stage of the turbine is used to heat the feed water. That means feed water again heated. Now then feed water is passed through this, here you can see, economizer, where its temperature is further raised by the heat of the flue gases. So this water is used to feed the boiler which converts into steam. Now let me see the major equipments and auxiliaries are used in the water steam cycle. So first, condenser. So condenser, it is nothing but it is a surface type condenser, and the condenser includes in feed water cycle as well as cooling water cycle. That means it is a parts of water and steam cycle and also cooling water cycle. So the steam come out from this turbine is not let into atmosphere, but it is taken into condenser at lower pressure than the atmospheric pressure. Now due to this, the pressure between inlet and outlet pressure is increased. So thus the work done per kg of steam is increased. Now if the steam is discharged directly into atmosphere, the pressure of outlet is greater than the atmospheric pressure is required. So we have to maintain the outlet pressure is greater than the atmosphere pressure, then and then our steam is discharged into the atmosphere. Now steam is condensate in the condenser. Thus this water is again taken to convert in the steam, and only makeup water is required. Now an additional the steam or in not discharge in the an additional steam is not discharged in the atmosphere, which reduce the pollution. So for the use of this condenser, the efficiency of power plant is increased. Now it is used to make steam again. Now the condenser is a closed, as shown in this figure, a closed vessels comprises of a large number of brass tube. Now the cooling water is circulated through this tube. Now the cooling waters comes in the through bottom of one cycle. That means here right to left, and then it is pass through the upper side or the upper on the another side. That means here it's flow from left to right. So here you can see the water inlet, its flow from right to left in the lower part of the condenser, and it is then it is passing from left to right on the upper side of the condenser. Now the exhaust steam is come out. Here you can see the exhaust steam, that means the steams, whatever steams come out from the turbine, it is taken into this condenser from the upper side of this steam cell. Now this steam comes in the indirect contact with this water, and it is condensate. Now the condensate steam is collected at the bottom, from where it is exerted by the condensate extracted pump. Now next, condensate extracted pump. So this is a one type of pump which attracts the condensate steam from the condenser. That means whatever waters available in the condenser, it is extracted by this pump. That's why it is called condensate extracted pump. And this is whatever water is extracted by this pump, it is applied to the boiler feed pump. Now next, boiler feed pump. So this is the figure of boiler feed pump. Now the feed water has to injected in the drum which is available in the boiler. So inside the drum there will be a high pressure, most important. Inside the drum which is located in the boiler, its pressure is high. So the pressure of this feed water is required greater than the drum pressure. Then and then waters enter into the boiler. It is most important. So if it is happen when the feed water enters into the drum of the boiler. So already I told you. So boiler feed pumps generate the sufficient pressure to feed the water in the boiler. So it is most important. Next, water softening plant. So already I told you. So feed water is required in the boiler to convert into the steam. So the whatever feed water, it should be clean and soft. So there are two types of impurities are in this presence in the water. First is undissolved impurities and another dissolved impurity. So undissolved, that means the suspended impurities are removed by the filtration process. But if the hard water, that means it contains calcium as a dissolved impurity. If this calcium is not removed, then it is deposited as a scale on the inner walls of the boiler tubes. So then uneven heating of tubes because of the scale which is present inside the tube. It may burst or causes damage to the boiler. So, and another thing, an additional bacteria is present in the feed water. Now, due to this bacteria, corrosion occurs in the turbine plates. So, in the water treatment plant, the harmful impurities, it may be dissolved type or undissolved types, are neutralized by the different types of process. Next, LP heater, low pressure heater. The function of LP heater is to raise the temperature of the feed water which is taken into the boiler. So heat is obtained from the steam extracted from the LP stage turbine. Now due to this process, the efficiency of plant increase. Now the extraction of the steam from the turbine. So whatever steam taken from the turbine from lower stage is called bleeding of turbine. This saves the heat energy. Next, HP heater, that means high pressure heater. The function of the HP heater is to again raise the temperature of feed water, and the heat is obtained from the steam extracted from the HP high pressure stage of the turbine. So due to this process also the efficiency of plant is increased. Now the steam taken out from the turbine is called bleeding of turbine. Now next, deaerating heater. So in the water some oxygen is dissolved in this feed water. This oxygen has corrosive effect on the tubes present in the boiler. So then the corrosion is essentially the oxidation of metal plates due to the presence of oxygen in the air. So deaerating heater separate the dissolved air from the sprayed feed water, thus preventing the corrosion.